Hola Cultureers, welcome back to Atleti Fanatics. And today we are back with Fran as well. Welcome back, Fran. So Fran is like a monthly visitor for us right now. I mean, at this point, you should join us only, Fran. Like seriously. But I would say, what are your thoughts on the win in midweek against Inter? Just how you feeling? Come on, let us know.
Pretty good. Obviously, very happy. It was a very good win. Um, yeah, I think that the team looked very well, really very good. You have Baena and Barrios playing at the best, so very happy. And it's a good rival. So us winning against them is a good sign.
True. I mean, like I didn't expect Atleti to score a set piece goal over Inter. I mean, we were just talking about this in preview only in case, like we have, Inter has so much threat on set pieces. Like I didn't expect us to, like score against them,
Yeah, we
but yeah, it happened. Yeah,
equalized
yeah.
against
Did
us
you
in the friendly
friendly
game.
match? Yeah, exactly. Jan Bisek with a goal from corner. But again, did you guys see the leap from Jimenez? That's still of an image. That's like way too good. Like he
Atletico will always score one set piece goal in the group stages of the Champions League in the last minute. We have, I don't know. I remember Leipzig. I remember Porto.
Griezmann, yeah, Griezmann against Porto, yeah.
I
I remember
remember
it was Moscow too, and
there's always one,
yeah,
even
yeah,
though, even if we're not the best at it.
True, true. Wait, hang on. Like, the season after that, like, is there any? I can't really remember. Maybe against in group stages, Feyenoord, I guess. Yeah, against Feyenoord, yeah,
yeah,
with
we did score.
Griezmann.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, indeed. But yeah, anyway, so our next match coming up is La Liga match day 14 against Real Oviedo. But just before we talk about the match, just one thing, because again, there's a lot of noise from the in Italian media about the first goal of Atletico de Madrid with Alex Baena, with that handball situation. They're saying like it did hit his hand, even though it was a slight touch, but like it did hit his hand. And thankfully, like we had like the different angle, which came out I think yesterday only. We posted that as well, so it can, you guys can clearly see that it didn't hit his hand. But there are a few journalists like Gabriel Marcotti. I was just listening to their Gabs and Jules show in ESPN FC, where he's talking about like that Atleti's first goal, like it shouldn't have stood, which I really find it very bizarre. As a journalist, as a top journalist, like why don't you like do enough research? I don't get this, especially against Atletico de Madrid. Like they have some thing going on against us. Like I don't know what. Like don't you get enough payment from us, or like what's the scene?
Makati he's always been kind of like this especially when it comes to Atletico. He's always had like I don't know. Everybody on that general ESPN vibes for the most part are not really pro Atletico in any sense, but like the fact that you would have multiple angles in the game showing where Bayern was hit, how you could understand how it looks like a handball, but in fact his hand never actually touched the ball because that was a reflex. You get hit in the stomach, you make a stiff rotation because you realize you get hit in the stomach. Normal thing. I could understand why the I think we said it on the reaction we were saying review in real time you could see how you could think it's a handball, but then when you see the actual replay you could see it was smart of the referee to allow the play to finish so you could get some time and then you could realize, oh, okay, I can just at least use VAR. This is the correct use of VAR. It's the exact time to use a VAR. I don't know how people are complaining despite the fact that we saw 4 or 5 angles in game of Bayern not touching the as per usual. Yeah, I guess you had to get something somewhere somehow, you know.
True, and the thing is, like like all the Milano fans, all the Napoli fans, they're all coming up with Atleti because again they hate Inter so much. So yeah, but anyway, we just move on to the next, which is our upcoming match on the weekend against Real Oviedo. So again, a very, what do you call, like easy match, or like should we take it seriously? I was just asking you guys this question before we started this as well. So Saint Geek said, like, it's La Liga. We shouldn't take any team, in a light way. Sure, but I think it's a perfect game to make rotations as we face Barcelona on midweek. So, just your initial reaction on the game. How would you like to approach the game? Let's start with Fran.
Well, Senkik said that obviously you have to take every match seriously, but I think Real Oviedo will be one of the weakest rivals we play, and us playing the way we do will be more than enough. Like Luis Maria Carreon is the manager of Oviedo. He does some of the fundamentals wrong. You have they can't quite beat a low block ever. They are pretty bad at creating chances, and well, Simeone defending in a low block, that's hard to beat. And they also are pretty bad at box defending, which is tough when you are facing a team with Baena, Griezmann, Barrios, Julian, and players who attack the box really well, like Llorente, Giuliano. So I think we have to take every match seriously, but I think it would be a pretty easy game for us, especially considering we're home. But yeah, perfect game for rotations, I think. Raspadori should get minutes. Almada will probably get minutes because he hasn't been playing at all. Pubil was very good against Inter, so I hope we see him. Molina was also good, but this is a rotation game. I assume he'll give a chance.
Well, am I hearing some praise? Am I hearing some praise for Molina from Fran?
He wasn't all that bad. He wasn't all that bad. Usually he's really bad, but I didn't see any clear mistakes against Inter. You had, well, on the right side, you had the Gallagher, Giuliano, and Molina. Usually Gallagher also moved to the left side at some points, but you had that right hand side that were in constant rotation, and they were pretty good. You had Molina underlapping Giuliano and was pretty good at attacking those spaces. I think he recovered the ball in the Baena goal. The Baena, no, Julian Alvarez goal.
Yeah. He was the vital guy. He won the ball and then he laid the pass to Giuliano. Giuliano ran, which was, I think, from a deflection, went to Baena, and then, yeah.
I don't know if I am mistaken, but I think he lost the ball and then recovered the ball. But
yes,
but
he was playing Giuliano. It got intercepted, and then again he went for it. This time he won the ball, and then he laid it to Giuliano.
I didn't think he was excellent, but better than usual.
I mean, he's the main right back for Argentina, so yeah, come on, it should be in favor of him. But yeah, go on, St. Geeks.
Yeah, I agree in terms of the sense of like, I think it is about that time in terms of rotation in general. I think, even though I still think you should always take every game somewhat seriously, there's a degree of like, okay, I've said it like multiple times on this point. We have 11 players at the start, and we have about 16 players who typically can play a game. Simeone usually uses all 5 of his subs every game. The difference from this season and last season is, I think at this point in time, around December or end of December, almost every player had around the same amount of starts in the league, with a few exceptions. So I think the lowest amount of game time was Ronaldo and Roro last season, whatever. But you can see, like, we had a great performance from Pubil in the last game. Clearly, he is good enough both as a centre back and as a right back because he played kind of both positions in the last game. And you can use that same flexibility that he does like to do with Llorente. Sometimes you have him as a third centre back, sometimes you have him as a right back. You have him overlapping, maybe holding width or whatever it is. So I'd like to see him, and then there's also other options in the team that I think are underutilized. I think Nico is getting a lot of minutes, and I'm not necessarily sure if he's deserving of said minutes. Like, he's a good player for us, but in terms of chance creation, in terms of things, it's like I can't say for sure he is always the best option. Like you can't always look to Nico and say, yeah, that makes sense. It's like I can always look to Koke off the bench and be like, that probably will fix most of our solutions right now, if that makes sense. And I feel like Almada has been a little bit cut short because I feel like he's done really well off the bench multiple times. So I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten a start until now. Maybe we'll see Cardoso start like again in this game again. Like players who haven't managed to get much. Hopefully we'll see.
Yeah,
And my
we
power
have.
team.
Yeah, Almada will surely get minutes because he has played quite well off the bench. Hasn't got minutes at all. But you said that Pubil can play right back, center back, and Simeone has been using this Llorente as a right back, who moves as a center back in possession, and that's literally what Pubil does best. Molina has been doing it, but he doesn't do it extremely well. He feels pretty unnatural. We've seen Molina at best as a wing back for us, and now he's playing as a right center back in possession. And we have Pubil that does that perfectly. So it's a no-brainer, and he has been doing well. But I don't think it's one of the cases, with Vermiren, that I think Simeone didn't like him very much, so he didn't play at all. But Pubil has got minutes in super crucial games. Like he entered against Liverpool, he entered against Villarreal, he enters against Inter. I don't think it's the case that he doesn't like him. He's using him in the most difficult context possible. So
I think like
he gets more minutes.
I think he uses him like when we need to like defend the lead or something, like as in like a defensive substitution.
I mean, when he came on in the Riyadh game, we were 3-1 down. No, 2-1 down, I think it was. So, and we eventually ended up winning 3-2. But that was a game where you needed offensive contribution. Him and Ruggieri were really, really good in terms of the width compared to what Galan and Molina were doing before when they started. So, I mean,
No, I mean I'm just saying that like like for example like the Vallecano game as well as you mentioned, but like like just to give that stability at the back, because again the Liverpool game we were actually it was 2-2 or something. Pupil came on, and so like it was like save the lead, and like if we get the chance maybe counter as well. So in that manner, and even against Inter as well again, and I mean, the only problem I would say right now for Pupil is Nahal Molina. And Nahal Molina, like we all know, like for me, the only reason Nahal Molina is getting minutes over Pupil right now is because of the World Cup year. Because I don't know, maybe he's talking with Scaloni because again, like he need his minutes, match fitness before the World Cup or anything. That's the only reason I can see Molina over Mark Pupil, because Mark Pupil has been extraordinary whenever he has played for us, and hopefully this can continue, because like we see a peak of a player and then like he goes down. Molina again, like we saw his peak, he was very good, and then since then like he's coming down. The last season he was coming down. This season it's been more downwards until this match. We saw that with Lodi as well. When Lodi came on, like he hit his peak. Remember that game with Man United? It was until the Man City.
that Man United game was after he was already on the
No,
down.
no, 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 no. I think it happened after the Man City game when Riyad Mahrez killed him.
Wait, I think that Molina hit his peak, but what was Molina doing at his peak? He was attacking spaces. He was scoring goals more than anything. He was the man who attacked the spaces through the right, the box, and in came Giuliano Simeone, that he started doing that exact role, but better, because he is better, and he was also better at off the ball situations. He was also a better defender on the right. So yes, he hit his peak and went down, and Molina is not the best, but I think it was more because Giuliano stole that spot from him, with reason. No? He is a better player. And Lodi, I think, is somewhat a similar situation, because Lodi, we saw his best. He scored, I think, 2 goals against Celta de Vigo, close around the United game.
Kondogbia with perfect 2
and
long
again,
balls.
he was scoring goals. It was. I remember that in one of those games, Lodi was playing as a wing back or more of a winger, and Reinildo was the left back. So we weren't even seeing him as a left back. We were seeing him scoring goals. So I think, yes, they hit his peak, but they hit his peak not at their positions that they are supposed to cover. So I think it's somewhat deceitful.
Mm-hmm. I think I agree. I think it's like I had mentioned that somewhere else, not on here, but on Twitter, where I was saying Molina's best position, as you were saying, his best position when, especially in that year, that like 6 month period right after the World Cup, it was always getting those off the ball runs where you could attack the spaces, and we had some amazing football at the end of that 22-23 season, 22-23 season, right? Because of that ability, because we didn't have that in our team since Llorente was there with Trippier and Llorente in the title-winning season. So we finally got to see that again. Now we have Giuliano, who's better at doing it, and then you also have Llorente, who's also better at the actual right back role. So he's kind of in a limbo where he's never really been the right back for us, because even at his peak, he was never particularly good at build-up. That was never something he was good at. He was never particularly good at defending the behind him. That was always a weakness of his that also showed up in the Inter Milan game, despite him having a fairly good game. And but he always had the ability to do what he did well, and what he was really good at Udinese, for instance, is not something I think he can really do in Atletico anymore. I think he's kind of redundant, because it's like, if you look at Pubil is effectively just Llorente, not exactly Llorente, but he's similar in terms of what we want from Llorente in terms of a right back / centre back thing, and then Giuliano is what we want from that forward position. So, and then we still have Llorente, and then even if you want to look past that, we have. Even though he's played 1 minute, Carlos Martin can also do a Giuliano like Simeone role in terms of mini runs and these other things, which is what we saw in the friendly game, and then never again. But we have
the thing is, like, we have so many players in that position. So like Carlos Martin getting some minutes it's like you'll see rarely.
We have too big of a squad right now. Simeone does not like a big squad. We have 24 players.
We have like too many players in certain positions and too few players in more key positions, like the DM. We need a more defensive midfielder, one at least, and we have about 3 players that can attack down the left flank. Well, you talked previously about Ruggeri. I said recently that Ruggeri in there, like, he isn't a beast. He isn't the best. He's solid, but he allows our best players to play in their positions. Hansko isn't playing as a winger. Nico Gonzalez isn't tasked with 1v1 situations. He can attack the box. I think Nico Gonzalez is best at attacking the box. We saw the Villarreal game where he attacks the second post and scores a goal. We have Baena playing as a midfielder. Very deep. If you see our games, we started our winning run when Baena became a starter down that left-sided midfielder. We lost against Arsenal and he didn't start. The rest we won. So I think Ruggeri makes sense for the team. So I want him to continue starting. I said that I wanted to see Nico Gonzalez as a wingback, but I prefer.
Yeah, I mean, like Nico Gonzalez. Like, I remember the Inter game as well. When Ruggeri got subbed off, he was playing as a left back.
Yeah, we Scaloni in Argentina tried Nico Gonzalez as a left back for the first time. He played left wing back before, but he tried him as a left back in a back four against Puerto Rico, I think.
I think so.
Maybe Angola as well.
Yeah, and he well, maybe, yeah, I didn't saw that goal again, but yeah, he got 2 assists against Puerto Rico. He was excellent, so he can cover that position, but I kind of prefer Ruggeri still.
Oh, by the way, since we have you, how do you feel about Kevin McAllister at right back for Argentina?
I used to like him a lot in Argentinos Juniors. I
Mhm.
don't know, I know nothing about him at Union San Giloas, but it's pretty good. I would like him to play there. The problem is he's more of a right back, center back hybrid,
Mhm.
and Scaloni usually prefers the left back to be that fullback, center back hybrid with Tagliafico. Tagliafico is pretty much the starter for Scaloni, and he does that exact same thing. So he prefers the right back to attack down the wing. Well, if it's not Tagliafico, we played with Facundo Medina at left back. He also moves to center back. So I would like him to play some games at least, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Cool,
I
cool, cool.
mean, Molina is a disputed starter for Argentina national team. You guys have to agree
Yeah,
on the fact.
it's previously it was between Molina and Montiel, but now Montiel has been the backup because he hasn't even been on form at River. So yeah, Molina has that place secured.
Wait. So
Anyway, guys, yeah, go on, Sid, please.
no. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was just checking something. So the last 5 matches of Atleti versus Real Oviedo. This is very interesting. Do you guys remember any last match against Real Oviedo?
1999.
1999, exactly. So the last match we played was in a Copa del Rey in 2023, and we won 2-0. The match before that was in 2002. That was in, guess what? That was in the Segunda Division. Second division. When we got relegated. I remember when we had that bad financial
I still
situation going on.
remember as if like I was there. I was a small child. I don't remember any of that.
No, like just a history check. Like we had to sell Fernando Torres. I think Jimmy Ford was there as well, and he scored 30 goals or something that season, and we still got relegated. Imagine that. Oh,
I
your
don't.
striker is scoring 30 goals,
I don't think I've
but
seen that anytime recently where a relegation team has a striker that is a 30 goal a season striker. Like I've never seen that in recent years.
the guy was a beast. The guy was a beast. The guy was a beast. But anyway, that was in second division. So that match ended in a 3-2. Again, close. Atleti won that match. Then again, the home fixture of that match was at Atleti's home ground, which ended in a draw. Before that was in La Liga away game. It's a 2-2. That's in 7 May 2000. Okay. And the last match was in 1999, where Atleti won 5-0 in La Liga. So the last match in La Liga when Atleti played Real Oviedo was in 1999, and Atleti won 5-0. So interesting stuff. Real Oviedo has been out of top league for a very long time. So right now, I would say we don't really have much threat going on because the top scorer is Rondon with 2 goals. But again, I hope our team doesn't concede from Rondon, some header, some stupid header going on. You know, then they have Illich with 1 goal, and then Vinyas with 1 goal. That's it. They have assist as well, which is one each. I think Hassan can be a little bit of a tricky player, but I think like our players can handle him easily. Other than
We,
Rondon and Hassan, I don't see any threat in this
we
Real Oviedo team.
were we were talking before starting recording, and yes, Oviedo don't really have many super interesting players because they are owned by a guy who owns also a couple of teams in Mexico, and most of their recruitment is just bringing guys on loan from that Mexican team. We had, well, 2 seasons ago, the team was full of them, but now Rondon is 36 years old. It doesn't make sense for a team to bring him, especially when he wasn't even on form in Latin America. Viñas as well comes from Pachuca or one of those.
Yeah,
Colombato.
he was playing the Club World Cup. I remember he was playing the Club World Cup, and again he played against Real Madrid as well. I think he won the penalty where.
Yes, well, Viñas is one of the interesting ones. He's Uruguayan. Uh, he's an excellent, but yeah, he comes from Mexico as well. So you have a team that doesn't really excel at recruitment, doesn't really play well. They didn't build a team to stay in La Liga, but well, they don't have a lot of money either. But La Liga in general doesn't have a lot of money.
I agree.
True.
Oviedo's owner is a lot like Bielsa, huh? Getting as many players from Mexico and putting them into the foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, you mentioned a couple of players, Ilias, Illich, Hassan. Those are the semi-interesting ones. The ones that you watch and stand out. But apart from that, no, not much. I like a lot Colombato. I asked him for River, but he hasn't been playing much this season.
Wait, hang on, like Real Oviedo, have they won any match? Oh, they won against Real
Yeah, they
Sociedad,
won
the only match.
against Valencia. They also won. I don't remember anything else.
They won against Real Sociedad. They won against Valencia as well. Yes, interesting. And they won. Okay, wow, at home at Valencia.
Well,
Interesting.
they had a change of managers as well. The season was started with Veliko Paunovic as a manager, and now they have Carrion. I don't think they're going to stay in La Liga, unfortunately.
Doesn't look so. What a shame. I used to see, like I said, though, is for the first time ever I've seen like one of my favorite journalists being completely biased in for Real Oviedo. And then there's also we call it Mamdani is also an Oviedo fan, which is a very strange thing to know about as well.
Their story is very nice because they were a powerhouse in Spanish football in the 90s, 2000s, and they were. I don't quite remember everything, but when Michu was there, they were fighting in the Europa League. They were a good side, and then they entered bankruptcy and were relegated, and now they are back after 20 years. So it would have been nice for them to stay, but not happening. They're a nice club.
So I mean, it can't be like Premier League, like Sunderland. Like they just got promoted Sunderland, and then they splashed money here and there. And look at them, Sunderland right now.
Yeah, but you can't compare La Liga money and
no, yeah, I'm just saying, like it's so like difficult for teams, like coming to the main division,
Yeah, and
it's like so less resources.
It's not even something to criticize to the Premier League. I mean, they have more money. I am jealous of them. Mm-hmm. I wish that Oviedo could get promoted and spend 60 million. They spent, I don't know what, 2 million maximum. I don't think much more.
Yeah, I mean, Sunderland is it's a fairly big club in terms of history in England and these other things. I used to be watching Sunderland as a kid because they had Kenwyne Jones, which was one of my favorite Trinidadian players, and I used to be watching them when I was younger. But not only that, though, there's a huge difference, not just in the Premier League, but also in the Championship. The Championship makes a lot of money. So you get a lot of money from the Championship, and then you get the Premier League, and then you get like an explosion of money. So it's like that's why they can afford players like Xhaka. That's why they can afford all of these young talents from Liga. That's why they can afford getting Ronaldo on a free from us. It's like it's smart recruitment, and then also you just have money at the same time.
It's the television money. I mean, everyone watches the Premier League, and they have both television contracts. Meanwhile, La Liga is a bit more difficult. Tebas has his things with television, and well, in Argentina, it's not. You can't even watch the whole league in one place because half the matches in one match day are shown in ESPN, and the other half are shown in another platform. So I to watch Atleti, I have to 1 week watch on the TV, and the other week I have to search for another way to watch it. So yeah. think that happens.
True. I mean, over this, I'll agree with Florentino Perez. Like, football should be free. I have, for example, I have for Champions League, I have to subscribe to a different platform. For Premier League, I have to subscribe to a different platform. For La Liga, I have to subscribe to a different platform, and it's like that. So see, so three different
No, wait,
leagues. I have to.
but in Argentina, you can watch the Bundesliga, the Serie A, the Liga and Premier League, all through ESPN. La Liga is the only league that shows any complications to watch that league.
I find that interesting because it's the opposite for me because I get to see Syria, Liga, not so much Liga, Bundesliga, Syria, La Liga, Champions League, all through the local thing for the Caribbean, which is Flow, like Rush, and then ESPN to get some Premier League games sometimes. As effectively, that's all my system. So I don't know what it is. For some reason, despite everybody wanting to watch Premier League in the Caribbean, it's hard to watch it here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like business, I would say, because again, like for me, I have like three different platforms I have to subscribe, and that's like you have to buy like annual subscriptions as well because that's the cheapest subscription if you like buy all years. But anyway, guys, let's move to the possible lineups. So again, this is an interesting one because we all need rotations, and I think it's a perfect match for rotation, and it's perfect match to give minutes to the players who hasn't got that much minutes as well. So I'll start with you, Fran. What would be your lineup for this match?
Okay, who do we want to see? We want to see Pubil, we want to see Raspadori, maybe. We want to see Almada. Well, Lengle is going to play, probably. Okay, so Muso, Pubil. Lengle, he is going to play. I don't think we can do anything about it. Probably Jimenez is going to play because there are no more available center backs.
Mm-hmm.
The Normand is injured. Well, Hanchko can play, but I think Hanchko will be. Well, I think I see Simeone playing. Hanchko Lenglet, but no Pubil, or Lenglet and Pubil. Then I think he's going to play Ruggeri. I don't think he's going to play Galan. Galan hasn't been playing at all. I don't think he likes him anymore. Johnny will probably get the start. No, I was surprised that he started against Inter. I thought he was good, nothing too special. Especially, I thought he was good off the ball. He won some good duels in the middle, but I don't
He,
think
he doesn't
Simeone.
he doesn't have that match fitness yet. He will get it.
I don't think Simeone liked his game very much because he kept moving him out of the defensive midfielder position. Sometimes at first he was dropping in between the center backs a lot, but then he started moving as an 8 a lot as well. There were times that Gallagher dropped deeper than Johnny, but we'll see. Maybe, as you say, it's fitness. So this is a perfect game to gain fitness. I don't think he's going to bench Barrios, or yes. I don't know. I am completely. I don't know what Simeone is going to do with his rotations. He can do a lot, but I would like that Julian Barrios, maybe Baena gets a rest for the Barcelona game. It will be an interesting Barcelona game midweek.
No, I want Julian to play. I want Julian to get some goals and get that.
I want Raspadori to play. He played like the best game of his athletic career against Frankfurt and never played again.
And he played against Getafe. Got us a really good goal from a quick transgression, and then got more minutes again against it.
True.
And yeah, I don't think what else we can do. I mean, Carlos Martin could have minutes. We talked about it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, Almada, Raspadori, Pubil, those are the guys that I think are going to play that haven't got minutes so far.
I would like to see Carlos Martin.
No, you're not getting to see Carlos Martin in this match. I don't think so. Yeah, unless there's a friendly coming up, like yeah, you can go and play with the friendlies. But like I would really like Julian Alvarez to start in this match because again we saw like what happens like when he's like on top of his confidence. You remember, guys, remember the match against Rayo Vallecano when he scored the hat trick, and then against Real Madrid, the guy was on a mission.
The
So
thing
in
is,
this match,
I want Julian to rest because he almost never gets to rest. Luckily, he couldn't go with the Argentina national team in the last international break. Luckily, because Scaloni always plays him the 90 minutes for some reason, even if
I
it's
hate I
against
hate
Puerto
that.
Rico.
I hate that. I hate that. Like you have
Yes, yes.
Lautaro Martinez for no reason sitting on the bench.
No, and if Lautaro Martinez start, Julian Alvarez will start at left wing or something.
We'll see. It's so weird because you have such a huge amount of attack, like really good attacking options, right?
Yeah.
Like, Sule struggling to get a call up. You still have Mastantuono. You still have Panicelli from Strasbourg. You still have there's a who's the striker on Palmeiras that is Argentine as well.
El Flaco Lopez, Jose Lopez.
Right. You have so many options just as a striker, as wingers, and these other things.
And it's not, and you're not even playing high stake games. I mean, the qualifier games, which Argentina have secured their first spot for, I don't know, 3 international
Exactly.
breaks.
Exactly. Like it doesn't mean anything. These games doesn't mean anything. Like unless like you were like Brazil, like where you were fighting for the qualification.
Yes,
or anything.
one of the criticism I make of Scaloni is that he doesn't usually try new things. And yes, we were Copa America champions twice and World Cup champions, but if you don't try new things and evolve, you're going to get stuck. And yes, he does have that thing for playing the same players always. Paredes is still playing, and I don't think he should. I mean, Barrenechea hasn't got a call up yet. He could fill that spot very, very well.
I agree.
True. I mean, someone should like get this thing into his colony's head. Like, do you want to win the World Cup again or not? Because again, you have to give rest to the players. Like, there's no point if they're gonna arrive to the World Cup tired as fuck.
Speaking of players, though, we should, in terms of lineup, what are we looking with here? I feel like I'm not sure if we're going to see the same 4-4-2. To be honest, maybe we'll see a 3-5-2.
No, I think we will see a 4-4-2, but I think like we'll see a very very different back line. Like like Franz said, like maybe there is a chance we might see Pupil and Longley at centre backs, but I think maybe Simeone won't trust. Maybe he'll put Hansko on as a centre back with Pupil just to have like a leader in the defense line.
I'd like to see. I'm gonna be honest with you. Of all of the combinations, I think I'd really like to see Griezmann and Raspadori as like the starting two. I think I want having Julian to come off the bench to change the game. Maybe not giving any minutes to Solat because again, Solat has been like a mandatory sub every game so far. Either he starts or he subs on, and then every time he does nothing.
Yeah, I think that this is the kind of game that, well, I said that Oviedo defend the box pretty bad. So this is the kind of game that Sorloth will score 1-2 goals and then have his spot secured. Unfortunately, but I was also going to say that I don't know why, but I see Jimenez and I see something so weak and fragile. So in games like this, I want him to rest because he has been pretty good. He is one of the, like, if we start Jimenez and Hansko, I'm going to feel secure more often than not. But Jimenez is always injured, so I want to rest him in these games so he doesn't get injured more often.
I agree. That's why like I'll go with Pupil and David Hansko. And if Simeone really love Nico Gonzalez that much, I won't mind him playing as a left back as well in this match because we don't really have any threat from Real Oviedo on the right hand side. But again, I'll still go with Ruggieri, and I think Molina is an undisputed starter in this lineup. Like I can literally bet my house on that Molina will start on Sunday's game. So And then the midfield would be, I think, Barris and Cardoso, because it would be a good match again for Cardoso to gain some match fitness. Now, the flanks would be interesting. Whether you rest Giuliano or whether you go with either Raspadori playing on the right hand side, which he did against Getafe, and then you play Thiago Almada on the left hand side, and then the front two of the same Alex Paina, Julian Alvarez. Because I don't know, anything can happen. I really want Sorlo to start against Barcelona, though. Say
You
what
know,
you want. I
I want
want
Solos
Sorlo
off the
against
bench
Barcelona.
against Barcelona. I think Solos off the bench against a tired Barcelona. I think what we've seen from Barcelona. I don't want to talk too much about Barcelona, really, right? Keep it game by game. But I feel like what we've seen so far of Barcelona this season has been a lot of energy in the first 20, 30 minutes. If you can withstand that wave, you're pretty good. Or even if or supersede the energy of that wave, you basically are guaranteed a win. Like in the Chelsea game, in the Real Madrid game. Like I think Real Madrid Barca game, for instance, was if Barcelona made any runs, they would have had an actual shot, but they made like none. So I think if you want to have a situation where you have a tired like somebody come on against tired legs, Solat against a tired Barcelona backline sounds good to me. So I want to.
it's sort of the like Sorlot is finally playing at his level, at what he can do. If everyone is fit, we don't get much from him. But I was thinking that it's very interesting that you have a Raspadori, who is a very versatile player. We were talking about you, Alex. You said that he could play on the right, but his best game against Frankfurt was playing on the left. He can also play as a striker. So having a guy that gives you so much versatility, I think he should get more minutes, especially when he hasn't been doing a super bad job.
Look,
But
if Johnny and Pubil can get minutes, my boy Cardoso can. Sorry, not just Cardoso can get minutes, but also my boy Carlos Martin can get minutes.
Come on, man. We're trying to get. We're trying to put. We're trying to put Raspadori to get some minutes. He's like we needs to get Carlos Martinez.
Both of them can get minutes. Two people got minutes last game. Two people will get minutes this game. I believe it.
Yeah, you're living in a delusional world, my friend.
Yes.
But
I
okay,
like it.
let's.
We have in River, we have a type of fan that we call the guy that always asks for the players from the academy. You know, River have one of the best academies in the world, so pretty much any player from the reserves team can make a good job in the starting in the senior team. But St. Kitts, you are like the most similar thing to that.
Exactly. Bring one Taufik.
Fran, like, have you played FIFA managerial mode? Like, St. Kitts is that guy. Is like, your coach, can I get some minutes? Have you seen those mails? Like you get like on a random thing, like an academy player asking like, "Your coach, can I get some minutes against this match?" St. Kitts is literally that guy. But anyway, guys, we have to like come to a conclusion because we can't decide a starting lineup for this match. It's like all over the place. Let's just try to agree. I mean, right back, we all agree it's Molina. Center back, Pubil. Okay, left center back. Who's gonna be?
Longley. I think Longley will play regardless. Longley will play. I think
Longley. Okay, all right. And your left back.
Ruggieri.
Okay. Right midfielder.
Okay, if we play, what makes more sense to me is to rest Barrios and rest Baena, which would open the door to playing with a 3 at the back, Johnny as a lone 6, and 2 eights, Gallagher and Almada. That's what I would do to rotate.
Do you really think Simeone is going to change his formation just a game before Barcelona?
Well, but we say, okay, change his formation, play with the 3 at the back. He always plays with the 3 at the back. It's always a 3 at the back in possession, whether it's Johnny dropping in the first line or Molina playing as a right center back, Llorente playing as a right center back. It's always a 3 at the back in possession. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Yeah. So like we always defend in a 5-3-2, we all or a 5-4-1.
Yes, we always defend with five at the back. 5-4-1, 5-3-2.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is like he's not gonna like like get rid of that double PV in the middle, like Barrios Cardoso. So like if you not wanna play with Barrios
okay,
in this
You say
match,
that, but then he got rid of it literally last game, so I don't know.
Yes, there were passages of the game where, yes, exactly. I said it on Twitter. There were times where the team was pretty much playing with a 3-1-6 in possession.
Mhm.
It's the formations are something irrelevant. We know we always, the players are always moving. We're always changing.
Mhm.
But more often than not, it's a 3 at the back with Simeone nowadays.
okay, then who would you start on the right hand side? Gallagher again?
In midfield, I would probably start Gallagher to give players rest. Especially when I think that Oviedo aren't the best at defending the box, and Gallagher's best attribute is literally attacking the box. But it doesn't matter too much. I mean, I think we're going to win regardless. I want to think.
So we'll say let's say Gallagher.
Gallagher, Cardoso. Okay.
So and then who's the other? Let's say Gallagher, Cardoso, Almada.
Tiago Almada.
Almada will play for sure.
Raspadori on the right hand side, and then
It's probably
the
going to
front
be
two.
Nico, to be honest with you. It's probably going to be Nico.
Yeah, Nico. I was thinking about Nico because Nico didn't start against Inter, so
Yeah, apparently he was just coming back from an illness or something like that. So he came off the bench instead.
Yeah, one thing about Nico is like I don't know why. Like who is making him sick every now and then? What's going on with him?
Yeah, it's like the third time he's been sick this season, no? I think so. But yeah, so Nico probably is on the left, and then
And he's still playing. He's still playing. Remember that game against Frankfurt? Or like he has a fever, and like he still got minutes.
I don't know.
Do you guys
why.
remember that?
The minute that he was announced, the minute that the rumor started, it was obvious that Simeone was going to play him as much as possible because Nico is one of those players that works hard off the ball, and Simeone loves those players.
I can get a player who can work hard with the ball and also is good. That's what I want. I think my feelings of Nico have kind of faded with time. I think he's like it's good that he's running and he's running well, and like I appreciate the energy, but typically speaking, I think it's better for a player to be good when you're making runs is to be efficient. It's I can hope that you can compensate when things go wrong, but I think when things aren't going well, I don't see Nico has one goal this season. He got that from the debut goal, and I think he's never come close to really properly scoring since. Like he's had a few options close-ish, and either he makes a stupid mistake or hits it completely out or like whatever it is. I whatever I felt about the prospects of Nico has changed drastically since then to now.
You know, what I used to always like about Nico when playing for Argentina is when he got to attack the box, attack the far post, attack the box of the ball, no? But we already have Giuliano that does that through the right side. So we have both wings, players who want to do the same thing, and it's not really complementary. I mean, I want my wings to maybe offer something else. So I like Nico, but he could offer more. I want to try him as a striker. I want to see what he does there.
Guys, back to the lineup. We still have front two.
Front two. I feel like Simeone will probably play Alvarez regardless. Even though I think it probably would make more sense to do like a Griezmann Raspadori or something like that, but it's probably going to be Alvarez and somebody. I don't know. Maybe Bayern.
Griezmann, maybe, or maybe Griezmann. Griezmann hasn't played last game as starter.
I think it's going to be Alvarez and Baina. I don't know. For some reason, I think like Simeone would give them minutes just to get some more confidence before the game.
Because Baina will rest.
I
I don't know.
maybe.
Let's see. Let's see. Like you guys remember, like like every time Simone does an interview, and like when he talks about strikers, he always says that scoring goals give you confidence, and just for that reason, I think like Julian Alvarez will definitely play up front. I won't be surprised if Solos plays as well. I'm
I
being
think
serious with you guys.
the thing is, we Simeone has got quite unpredictable with his lineups because he hasn't been doing the same thing consistently. He's always rotating one, two players. We also had a lot of injuries, so we all we can do is guess because there's not much evidence to go from.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get. I just I was pleasantly surprised by the Inter game because I feel like not only did he usually not get his lineups right, he usually got his subs wrong, but he got his lineup really good against Inter Milan, and he got the subs really well. Except Sola, who was not good at all. Like I complained. You know what? This is funny. I complained in the review about Nico because it felt like it was kind of like a lateral move with Ruggieri, but he didn't really change anything that Ruggieri had. So it's like, why did you take off Ruggieri? You could have had somebody else come on. But looking at it, it's like Nico at least gave me like something defensively. What did Sola do? I can't tell you. But he
So
got
Simeone has before the game he has on his notes put Sorloth on, regardless of the context. No matter if we're losing, we're winning. If we need him, no, Sorloth is the one of the subs, guaranteed.
Because Simeone do need like a striker with that profile. So he has only that option. So he has to play that card every now and then.
Maybe he's, I don't know, trying to give him confidence. You said that striker needs goals. Maybe he wants him to get that goal to gain his confidence back. But I
He will.
Sorloth
He
even with confidence doesn't give me much
he will.
confidence.
He will. I'm telling you, he will. Let the last 5 games come in La Liga. He will.
I don't think he'll be here, but I think he's gone in January.
Okay, yes, we have to wait till Atleti are knocked out of everything.
And then he'll
That's
play.
when, yes.
Yes, that's the new like like I'm gonna show you guys like
And
what
then you'll go on FODMOB, see 50 goals. And you'll think he's the best striker in the world, but no, those goals came against Girona in the last match day.
Yeah, but
I mean, seven goals came. Real Sociedad 4 goals, Girona 3 goals, and then it was Real Betis, I guess.
no, he
And
did
then
not score in the Real Betis game.
no,
Facts.
Rayo Vallecano,
Yeah, he did.
Real
Score one.
Valladolid, I guess.
Oh, keep guessing, you'll get it.
No, yeah, but anyway. But I hope he scores against Barcelona though. Like I won't have any regards because
If
against
he
Barcelona
can do
he
that for us,
always
it's over. It's
he
like everything.
always
He scored
for
against Real Madrid as well, so maybe he appears again.
I'll
maybe
take that. Like if you score only 3 goals for us, one against Elche, one against Barcelona, one against Real Madrid, that's like what all 3 of the big games. So yeah, that'll be good.
let's go to the final part. Score prediction. Fran, go on. What do you think? What's gonna be the score?
3-0.
3-0. Okay, and your scorers?
Uh, oh, uh, okay, I'll say Gallagher.
Okay.
I'll say Giuliano. And
But
Griezmann.
Juliano is not starting.
He'll come on.
In our predicted lineup, he's not starting. I don't know if he'll start, but he'll come on. Giuliano has started, played almost every game possible. The 90 minutes, Simeone will play him regardless. But
And
Griezmann, Gallagher, Giuliano.
Griezmann, Gallagher, Juliano. Okay, wow. So no Alvarez.
It is at home. Alvarez scores a lot at home. Oh, no problem. Let's leave that what I said. I'm not going to change.
Same kicks. Your prediction.
I'll probably go with 3-0 as well. I think that maybe 2. I feel like it's gonna be a lower scoring game. I don't know why. I guess I'll go with Alvarez and Gallagher. I think Gallagher's probably going to score.
I'm gonna be completely delusional, and I'm gonna come up with 5-0 with the Alvarez hat trick
Oh wow!
just
Okay.
before the Barca game, and I want Raspadori to get a goal in La Liga again, and so Alvarez, Raspadori, and I want one more goal. I think that would be from Griezmann coming off the bench. So, or maybe actually Baina. Baina should get a goal as well. I think he deserves from a very big time. I think the last goal Baina scored was against what, Real Betis?
That was his only
Yes.
goal. That was his only
No.
goal.
No, yes. I was thinking. I keep
Also
forgetting
scored
he didn't score against Real Madrid. He assisted the Griezmann goal. No?
Yeah, and then he also seen a game where he got disallowed for some nonsense. I can't remember.
But yeah, Betis, he
Yeah.
scored an incredible goal.
True. But anyway, guys, anything you want to add before we end the episode?
Start
Not
more
much.
youngsters.
Yeah, start Puil.
So, play Jesus Barrios and Ike Luque. That's
If we don't start with Shane, Ryan, Taufik, Iker Luque, then I want Simeone to get sacked.
Yeah, this is what's going on with you, Fran? You got like a St. Case disease or something? Because what the hell? But anyway, guys, do let us know your opinions about the lineup and what do you guys think about the match, and do let us know in the comment section. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon for the review of this match. And Fran, you can join us for the review as well. And until then, Atleti. See you guys soon.